Hello YouTube. I want to spend a few minutes today talking about the kind of knives you should take out with you into the wild, specifically when deer hunting. Now, there are many opinions on the subject of what knife to carry. Some would insist on carrying what they consider to be a relatively large fixed blade knife like this. Fine example from Buck Knives, the Buck Model 110. A knife with an established reputation, good enough blade. Others strike a compromise, carrying something a little smaller, perhaps a fixed blade or even a folder, something like this. Let me switch camera hands here. This Smith & Wesson folding knife I've had for many years. Not too long a blade, but some would consider that adequate. At the other end of the spectrum are folks that what I call they're small blade radicals. They not only assert, usually loudly and frequently, about how they can do anything that is required with a smaller blade. They even question the patriotism, indeed the manhood, of anybody with a different opinion. For them, for example, this knife here would be more than adequate for anything even up to the size of a moose. In fact, I recall a guy, and this is a true story now, he told me that he had a knife with a 2-inch blade and he processed an entire cow. That's right, a cow, with his 2-inch knife, and that's all you would ever need. I didn't bother to ask him why, but anyway, that's the story. Then there are real Americans. We don't compromise. Now I will show you my choices, shaped by many years of arduous deer hunting experience. Sometimes I even walk 50 or 100 yards from my truck. I mean, I have got it done over the years, and this is these are the knives that I choose to take. Now, I take two knives, one larger and one smaller. I'll start with the smaller one. Now here's my pocket knife. Let me get these. I don't have enough hands. Hold on a second. Now I like to keep this knife around for a backup, and also to handle those little smaller jobs that you might not need your bigger knife for. It has 3 blades to choose from, but you know, it's a little smaller, fits easily in the pocket. It's not too heavy. That's my backup knife. I like to keep that in either my pocket or a good place in my pack somewhere. Now, I'll show you my choice for a fixed blade knife. Here we go. Back up a little bit. Now I like this knife. It's got enough size to it that, you know, if you find yourself in combat with a wolf, or maybe even the coyotes are getting kind of bold these days, you know, this can take them down. This model's called the Tomahawk. And anyway, it's got a good thick blade, what I would consider adequate length for field dressing. Just an all-around good knife. And I mean, I had to kill a wolf one time. I got attacked right outside the Circle K when I stopped to pick up a Mountain Dew, and it took me almost 30 seconds to cut its head off with this. So I stabbed it and it didn't even blink. So you know, I decided then I wasn't going to compromise. I was going to carry something adequate to the task involved. That's my choice right there. And you know, my advice is just don't compromise. This is America. There's no need to coddle the fragile sensibilities of lesser men. In a snowflake world, you know, be that ray of sunshine. Carry knives that can do the job. I mean, are we French? I mean, give me a break. Carry something real. We are Americans. Just remember that when you're out in the woods. And no matter what you choose, be safe out there. God bless America.